Do you ever notice that when you go to the doctor's office, whether for a well checkup or for a minor illness, oftentimes the doctor will ask you for a urine sample? Now, why is urine such a telltale indicator of health? The answer is because all day long, your blood is coursing through your body, bringing nutrients to the cells and taking waste away. But here's the problem. How do you remove the waste products from the blood? Every day, your heart will pump out blood. 20% of that blood is diverted into the kidneys. The kidneys serve three main functions. Number one, purification. They remove the waste products from the blood. Number two, they control the salinity, the sodium salt levels of the blood. And number three, the viscosity, how thin or thick the blood is. The kidneys, which are located towards the small of your back and the back of your body, are about the size of a fist. You have two of them. And what happens when the blood enters is something very amazing. The blood will enter the kidneys, and then it's diverted into over 1 million small, tiny tubes called nephrons. In those nephrons, all of the action happens. The salts are removed, the excess water is taken back into the body, and the waste products in the form of urea is separated. That liquid then travels down 2 tubes where it enters the bladder. On the top of the bladder is a sphincter muscles that keep it closed so the urine doesn't exit back into the body. On the bottom of the bladder is another series of muscles, also sphincter, which keeps the urine inside the bladder. The bladder itself is a stretchy, sort of leathery pouch. It can hold approximately 4 cups of water. When it contains about a cup of water, you feel the urge to go to the bathroom. When you do, the sphincter muscle on the bottom of the bladder opens up, the muscled walls of the bladder squeeze, and the urine is released in a stream from your body. Do you know why medical science is so attuned to urine? Because all of the blood in your body passes through the kidneys and the waste products are removed. There's such telltale signs because the white blood cells, the platelets, all of the various byproducts of the immune system's fight will show themselves in the urine that you excrete. We make a blessing every time when we leave the bathroom. Blessed be you, God, who created man with wisdom. And it is known in front of you that if some of those openings that you created, or some of those vessels were to close and not open, or open and not close, we would not be able to stand in front of you. And if you think about the words of that blessing, it should be a bit eye-opening. On the bottom of the bladder is that sphincter, and if in fact it opens and doesn't close, well, you're wearing diapers. And if it closes and doesn't open, the problem is far more severe. But if in fact your kidneys ever fail, then we're dealing with a level of trouble of a whole other dimension, because the toxic waste build in your blood, and within a short amount of time, you'll die. Modern science, thank God, is now aware of different systems of purification. One is dialysis. They could hook you up to a machine for about 3 to 5 hours, divert your blood from your body into this machine that will purify it from the waste products in it. And if you do that 3 to 5 hour process 3 times a week or more, you likely will survive. Granted, it's not perfect. There are health consequences and various issues, but it's likely that for a while at least you can survive. If you think about this single concept, all day long, those kidneys are purifying my blood. I don't know how to do that. I don't know the right viscosity level, how thin or thick the blood should be. I don't know how much sodium should be in the blood, but somehow my body has been pre-programmed to do exactly what it needs to do. And understanding that 60 times a day, all of my blood is filtered through my kidneys and perfectly controlled, is time to open my eyes and say, there are wonders in this creation that I have to focus on. And when I do that, I see the amazing amount of wisdom and goodness that God invested into the world and into the human body that I occupy.